Hi, it's Mariana Wagner.
And Derek Wagner with the Artisan Group at Keller Williams Premier Realty. Thanks for joining us today.
Today we're going to be talking a little bit about how the current environment we live in with the coronavirus, how that's affecting our home buyers and our sellers. Specifically, we're going to be talking about
showings.
How are showings impacted both on the seller side and the buyer side with everything that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah, things have changed. For one, no more open houses, which is kind of a bummer because we really like doing open houses, but can't have more than 10 people in a place at a time. So no more open houses and no more overlapping showings. We used to, have 4 or 5 people in at the home at the same time, but now we don't allow overlapping showings. As a matter of fact, we only give a 30-minute showing window at a time. So instead of 1 to 2 showing time, now you have a 1 to 1:30 showing time.
So what that does is it allows more people in the house, but not at the same time. So it just kind of limits that susceptibility to contagion. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly right. No showings to symptomatic buyers. As a matter of fact, the Attorney General has asked that every real estate agent take their own temperature before showing for the day, and if they're over 100 and 100.4, that they don't show homes at all.
And that's unfortunate, but that kind of flows into then what are we doing for people who aren't going to be looking at homes or don't want to look at every home out there right away? What are some things that we're doing?
Well, one of the things that I like to do is a virtual showing on my phone. So for instance, I can take a whole day, show my buyers while they're at home on my phone with a app called Zoom. I'm sure everybody's heard of it by now.
But you could also do like FaceTime or those Google Hangouts.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'll do showings. You can ask me questions or my clients will ask me questions. Like, is there a lot of traffic wear on the carpets? And I can kind of get closer to the carpet, those kinds of things. And then once we really find a home you really like, we can physically get inside of the home. That really kind of narrows down your search and the amount of homes that you have to, potentially
go out and see.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. We're also recommending to our sellers that, hey, when you leave for the day, turn on all your lights and open up all your blinds and curtains, because then that just kind of decreases the amount of times strangers are going to be touching everything in the house. And that seems to be working out really well. And then in addition to that, we do recommend wearing the PPE, the masks, the booties, the gloves, if at all possible. Again, just to cut down how much is being touched during a showing.
Yep, that's right. We're also really upping for our sellers. We're really upping our video game. And if you want to take a look at some of the videos that we're doing, click on the links below. But we have a couple of different videos that we like doing for all of our sellers now.
And we also include as many high quality photos as possible. We've always done that, but now we're just really making sure we can. In fact, the local MLS has just upped the limit of how many photos we can put in a listing. And that is a tremendous help for people who either can't or choose not to go to every potential house that may fit their needs.
Yeah, I mean, really your first showing is always online.
Yeah.
Right? So we want to increase your visibility and the amount of photos and the amount of videos that the potential buyer has to look at your property.
And that also saves time for a lot of people. And I think that with or without the current virus going on, I think that element of saving everybody's time and not wasting time is really going to be a benefit for everyone, regardless.
Yeah. This is going to be our new normal.
The other thing we want to do is pay attention to some of the elements that the Attorney General has given us some guidance on. What were some of those things?
Well, one, document all of the showings that you have, which we already do. Placing a COVID cautionary disclosure on your front door. What else?
The other thing is they want to make sure that only pre-qualified buyers are walking through the home. Again, not wasting anyone's time, but it's not the nosy neighbors or the looky-loos just curious about a house. It's actually people who could potentially buy the house. Sellers love that because, again, it just limits some of the craziness just in general.
Yeah, kind of limits the exposure we have. So,
absolutely. I think part of what we're doing now will carry through regardless of the environment we're in. Some of it may change again, but overall, we're seeing a lot of showings still. We're seeing a lot of activity. Yes, some things are changing. Some things will change for good when it comes to how people are showing homes. But showings are happening. Just be prepared for the new normal of showings.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Thank you.